Hey, this is Magnar, and welcome back to Magnar Plays Magnar Mod. In the last episode, we probably had what was the most bloody, or the heaviest casualties from any battle so far in this Let's Play series, when we attacked the Cantabri at Araculum. We lost about 1,200 men, and they lost, well, about double that. But yeah, made for a good battle. So now that's all that's left is my enemy here in Bertigala, the Vavisky, or Vawisky. And also to complete this province, I have to kill the Galechi over here. And then I have all of Tarraconensis. So rather than actually attacking the Vavisky, I don't really want to go into Gaul yet. I'm going to try and get some... try to get a deal with them to stop this war. I haven't really attacked them at all, and I don't want them to come in. It's just going to slow me down if I have to go north. So yeah, they're up for that. And, oh, I can get a client state as well. That's good. And trade agreement. Awesome. Okay. That's a definite yes. Thank you very much. Should I push it a little bit and ask for money? Okay. Maybe a little more. Wow, they really want peace. Okay. They can't afford 2,000, but they can afford 1,500. Awesome. Okay, now I don't need to go up north. I can just keep them as client states with trade agreement, and I can keep going onward to the Galechi. I don't even need that second army I've sent, and it's around here at the moment, around Sardinia, north of Sardinia. Sorry, yeah, south of, in between these two islands. Yeah. So it might not even be necessary to send that over now, because I've got here the Kazatani are currently also a client state. So I'll probably try to get the Aravachi on board as well and make them a client state, so I can have client states in this province. Then I'll conquer here and try to conquer the Lusitani as well. That's currently probably my current course of action with that. Now try to get some trade with the RDA. RDA? Nope, no luck. Okay. Okay, let's go and convert this. This is going to be my food area. Going to be pretty easy to defend it. Once I take North Africa and Spain, then I only have to defend against this kind of bottleneck here in the continent. And that should be pretty, and the naval area of course as well, so it should be pretty easy to do. I think that's all I'm going to do for this turn. Anything happening over here? This guy probably dies soon. I should kind of get another general, but I can leave that for a little longer. I think he can finish conquering Iberia before he fades off into the sunset. I believe the guy who did Miri 82 on Total War Center, who's done our Iberian overhaul, he's currently working on a big mercenary battle. Okay, I'll fight that. He's currently working on making the Lusitani and the Aravachi more unique. Not sure when that'll be done, but that's currently our current plans for the Iberian factions. Even though they already have quite an extensive roster, they have, I think, combined the Celtiberian and the Iberian cultures have total about 57 units combined. So no doubt when they become more individualized, that will expand further. Okay, it looks kind of foggy, maybe even some rain happening here. Not really too sure. I'm not going to use any of these. I'm trying to avoid using any of the damaged units. I'm just going to focus on defending with the units which are relatively full in health. Now the attack's coming from up here is the north, so I should be able to bottleneck them in, deal with them like that. Okay, let's some slingers. put them over here. Skirmishers, all got the front. Another Hastati coming in behind. Principes. And one Triari on each bottleneck. What else have I really got? Not a lot. Not a lot to use. Like I got the cavalry, which I can use as a flanking force. Not that one though, but okay, let's see where they're positioning their army. So what have they got? Some swordsmen, slingers, swordsmen, slingers, and their general. Okay, that's going to be pretty easy to use the cavalry against. Nothing really to stop the cavalry from charging in there. Maybe I'll use these other javelin men as well. They were here. Yeah, so I think that should be enough. Let's start off by just going all the way around and getting these guys into position to be able to make a charge onto the slingers once the swordsmen are engaged. I'll move the general somewhere in the middle, or maybe over to this flank. It seems to be the weaker flank. Let's see which way they're going to go. Oh, they got a cavalry unit there as well as the general. Okay. Now if they all come down here, of course they'll just get flanked by these slingers and principes. So I'm hoping they don't do the stupid thing and just try to all charge down the one road, but it looks like that's could be what they're going to try and do. Unfortunately. And it's also the wrong side to do it. I mean, you open up your right flank to my units here, it just makes no sense. Okay. Here they come. Ooh. Smashed by that pylon throw. Okay, now what do we got here? 2 principes for the 1 unit to engage that, and then send the cavalry around to take out the slingers. I think that's a good plan. Yeah, the slingers here aren't really doing that much compared to what we saw when the charge got pelted with the pylon from there. Okay, they've cottoned on to my little flanking maneuver and they're pulling out. But I'm going to still charge here with the melee cavalry and... Oh, I should kind of just destroy this flank with the shock cavalry, I think. Yeah, they're not going to... Yeah, that was to be expected. 100 shock cavalry charging into your side or to your rear, you're going to be pretty... you're not going to be lasting very long. Okay, send 1 Principe over to help support that, and their army is pretty much destroyed. Okay, and their cavalry, the mercenary cavalry they had, are also pretty much destroyed and shattered. Excellent. The fire at will for the Romans really can annihilate a charge, especially if they're not heavily armoured. As you can see from all the dead bodies there, as they were charging in, getting pelted. Okay, they're gone, and now to come in here. Check it out from this perspective as well. Cinematic. Throw the pylon. Oh, they can run away. Okay, so much for coming into cinematic. Okay, we're engaging slingers. Fighting in the forest is not really that great for cavalry, but because they're only slingers, I'm sure we can take them. And end of the battle. Unexpected end when they were attacking with such a relatively small force, about half the size. And of course, being AI, the way that they are, they just don't know how to stop being flanked. If there was a way to reduce the impact from flanking just for the AI, then I'd probably go down that route. There is for killing the general. The AI reacts differently when the general's dead or runs away than what the player will, because the AI throws their general first into combat. But not with like flanking and getting attacked in the rear and all that kind of stuff. Okay, so there's a lot of Iberian and Celtiberian tribes I want to have okay, see if I can get a trade agreement for it. Excellent. Well, that was part of the plan anyway, to attack the Galeci, so yeah, get a trade agreement with the other trading partner, or the other client state. Pretty much for what we're going to do anyway. It works out well. Rhodos, always want this non-aggression pact, but no thanks, Rhodos. So long, Cantabria, you fought well. Every 2 turns this guy gets blackmailed again. I'm not going to be paying $3,000 a turn just for that character. I think his deeds speak highly enough of him that a little blackmail's not going to have much of an effect. Okay, so I'm going to come down this road. These guys have look to be a decent army. So, and they're recruiting. Excellent. What have they got here? Light infantry, some swordsmen. You can see here when you hover over it, you've got the English name underneath, and you've got the local language. Well, this is a Basque language for these units at the top. Ooh, they should not be having... Okay, that could be a starting unit. That's alright. If it's a starting unit, that's okay, but they shouldn't be having access to any vanilla units, unless it's just the starting armies, which don't all get changed. Only the major factions have their starting armies changed to the modded units. Okay, now let's go do some construction in Italy. Plenty of happiness here now, which is great. But I'm going to need some food and trade. Well, if I'm going to take North Italy, I'm not sure where the trade... I think the trade may affect either the province, or if it affects this whole sea region here, it could be really beneficial when we take Carthago to have more trade income. So, without knowing that, I'm going to just leave it and focus on other areas firstly. Okay, that can't be done anything there. How's Alalia going? They can get more food, but they can't afford the public order hit. So what do we got here? Wealth generated by slaves. If I'm going to have slaves, I may as well have that, but even better, wealth from maritime trade. Excellent. Cool, so I'll end the episode with that turn, and the next turn I'll pick it up and we will prepare to attack the Galeci. You have to recover this army here before we can do that. And this army I've sent over, I think, is going to have to take a detour. I might send it down to North Africa and take Carthage from Syracuse, or even the rebelling Thapsus. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.